Now we play a round called Mock or Quinn Medicine Woman. This game involves Alan, Adam, Andy and Russell. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This is where we test our performers' stand-up skills. We spin our news generator, settles on a topic, and anyone can volunteer jokes about the chosen subject. The winners are the people I judge who have produced the funniest stuff. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is religion. Who wants to come in on that? Adam Hills.
Like this. Why can you make fun of certain religions? Why can you use certain religions to promote your products and not other? Why can you use Buddha to promote products? You go to any city in the world, you will find a Buddha bar that serves Karma cocktails. You will find a chocolate Buddha restaurant with carvings of Buddha down the wall. If you go to a supermarket right now, I'm sure you'll find a brand of margarine called I Can't Believe It's Not Buddha. Why can you do that with Buddha and no other religious leader? You know why? Because there's no such thing as a Buddhist extremist. What are they going to do? Turn up at your restaurant? Yeah, if you keep calling it that, oh, I've got no choice but to wish you good karma. Shit! You could not do that with any other religious icon. You couldn't have a gym only open on Sunday mornings called Jehovah's Fitness.
Well done, Alan Hill. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is transport. Who wants to come in on that? Andy Parsons.
We've now got ads telling us from the government how to use a level crossing. Now, you'd have thought it was fairly obvious, but apparently the problem is sometimes the barrier goes across the road, but it doesn't go all the way to the other side. And people think, oh, well, it's gone down on my side, but I mean, I can go around the outside, and I can go across. And you're thinking, do we need to spend thousands of government pounds telling people how to use a level crossing? Surely it's just a new form of natural selection.
Thank you very much, Andy. OK, that leaves us with Alan and Russell. Let's spin the wheel. The next topic is fashion. Who wants to come in? Alan.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm at a funny age. It's hard to get clothes right, I think. Somebody explained to me that there's a theory that the day you pick something up and think, is this too young for me, that is the day that some clothing has got too young for you. And I'm only in my early 30s, but I've had it happen already. I picked something up the other day, I thought, is this too young for me? And it was. It was some of those trainers with wheels on the heels. I think clothes matter. My mind was changed on this last December. I saw a big issue seller in the street dressed as Santa. Yeah, it's fine for us, for adults, but it was daylight, there was children in the street, and I could see one little boy looking at the big issue seller and then looking at his mum as if to say, it's not looking good for my PlayStation 3 this year.
Thank you very much, Alan. OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. The subject, Russell, is etiquette.
It's like ladies with pointy breasts carrying books in a weird way. I'm really socially awkward. I met Jonathan Ross the other day, I got really excited. I was having a wee backstage at a gig, and he went, "You're thingamajig, aren't you?" And for some reason I went, "I can be whoever you want me to be." Now, in a toilet, that is just a come on, you know? And with women, it's even worse. I was on a train the other day, and this lady went, "Excuse me, can you look after my bags whilst I go to the toilet?" Now, in that situation, all you've got to do is go, "Yes." But for some reason, I panicked and went, "You're not allowed to go, and it's in the station." And you know, so she sits down, going, "Fair enough, didn't realise you were the poo goblin." Horrible moment. The train wouldn't move. Eventually it did. I swear she looked at me and went, "Can I go now?"
Thank you very much, Russell. And in that round, the points go to Adam and Alan. What did the government change their minds about?
The one this week is rubbish collection. They said that there would be rubbish collection once a week, and now they've gone back on that. It's going to be once a fortnight. I've absolutely no idea why people are worried about their bins being taken away every week, because if you live in a city, a fox will take your bin away every night if you...
This is it's a big thing. The urban foxes, or as they have them in Kensington, the urbane foxes. So I said to the rabbit, I should run if I were you, my young friend. Do not say to bandy pretty words with me. I shall have your pelt for a smoking jacket.
Who was the man who announced this policy, though? A man by the name of Eric Pickles,
yes.
who basically said it was the right of every Englishman to have the remnants of his chicken tikka masala to be able to put them in a bin without having to wait 2 weeks to have them collected. Have you seen the look of that man? That is a... How would he know? There we go. That is a man who has no concept of leftovers whatsoever.
Do you think that when he said the remnants, he meant like that tin container that they got delivered in?
Honestly, he would have eaten that. He would have eaten the bag it came in. He would have eaten the receipt and the leaflet with the new menu on it. And the delivery boy only got away because he was on a moped.
Nice.
And Indian takeaway, you don't put in a bin anyway. Indian takeaway, you put in the bag that you got the Indian takeaway in, and then you put that next to the bin. You don't actually put it in the bin, so it doesn't matter.
And what? Surely it gets in the bin eventually. Surely the bag that the takeaway arrived in that contains the takeaway, where does that go?
I really need to clean my house.
Do the foxes actually ring your doorbell and go, can we just come in? Because you can smell under the door that this is going to be great. Can we just leave for an hour?
They're thinking of kicking me out.
It is also one of the big advantages of a wheelie bin that you can do a U-turn in it. And racing. Have you ever done that? You ever done racing wheelie bins?
No, I haven't.
Well, you put a child in each wheelie bin.
They're quite deep wheelie bins. How old is it?
Exactly, yeah. They don't need to be seeing anything. You can have the lids closed.
Do you even have to move, or do you just close the lid and go, oh, here we go, oh...
And when they're sick, it's quite useful they're in a bin, to be honest.
By the way, this is all a very funny chat about wheelie bins, but we're not saying you should really put children into a wheelie bin. First subject is technology. Who has given that? Josh.
I don't want to brag, but I've got a new debit card, so... Yeah, I know, I've one of the old touchy-downy... Go on, if you haven't got one of these, you have not lived, my friends. Oh, my God, never did you feel so smug in your life. When they go, how would you like to pay? Just have, mate, see you later. What am I off? The future. Thing is, you get used to it, you can't go back, you're going somewhere now. Well, they haven't got the technology, do you want to just put in your PIN number? Are you kidding me? You expect me to stand here for 4 seconds pushing buttons? What is this, a Victorian workhouse? No, I'm sorry, Marks and Spencers, no. I'll be getting my Percy Pigs elsewhere in future. The worst is when you think they have the touchdown technology, but they haven't. You look like you've never used a debit card before in your life. How do you like to pay? You're just going... Are you having a breakdown? I don't like it when they've got the terminal and they have to ask for your permission. Do you mind if I just... Yeah, couldn't give a shit, mate. Just... What? Yeah, just in case he goes, do you mind if I just... Yeah, £4,000 unlucky, my friend. Enjoy your Sprite. It's the opposite of the other one I don't like, which is when the waiter makes too much of not looking at your PIN number. Hey, though, if you'd just like to put in your PIN number. Well, I wasn't suspicious of you until now.
OK, that leaves us with James. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the subject is food.
I'm trying to eat more healthily lately. I bought some ready-to-eat apricots this week. They say you are what you eat, which is true, because as soon as I bought the ready-to-eat apricots, I was ready to eat apricots. Those ready-to-eat apricots, they came in a resealable bag as well, because not everyone's as ready to eat apricots as they think they are. Maybe next time they'll buy ready-to-eat some apricots. I know shitloads about bread. There's no such thing as prawn bread. So the origin of prawn toast remains a mystery. Favourite place to eat is Pret a Manger. If you don't know Pret a Manger, it's an authentic French restaurant. So much in there, so much to manger. I love manger in there. I think my favourite thing to manger is the yoghurts. I love to manger the yoghurts. You've got granola on top, then mainly yoghurt, then like fruit compote at the bottom. It's the way they eat it in Paris. And get a spoon, you mix it all together, and then you manger it that way. If you like, or if you like, just leave it as it is, don't mix it, and just work your way down in order. Like, start off with nothing but granola to begin with, just shoveling raw granola in your mouth, just deflecting off your teeth, then power through the yoghurt for a really long time, getting absolutely nothing out of it, then end on the tangy compote. Like, whoa, what a finale! That's how I eat yoghurt. I eat them like they're packaged. That's why I like them fruit corners. They come with that little chaser.
Thank you very much. At the end of that round, the points go to James Acaster. Now we play a round called Wheel of News, which involves everybody. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This is a stand-up challenge based on this news wheel, dotted with topical subjects and faces. We spin the wheel, and when it stops, anyone can step forward and try to make us laugh about the subject it has landed on. If I judge that the person has got a big enough laugh, he or she is safe and gets to sit down again. The first team to have all its players sitting down at the desk wins the round. So here goes. Let's spin the wheel. Well, Michael Howard, the Tory party leadership. Who wants to get in on that? Like a shot.
Hello. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. At the election, I announced my timetable for action, and here it is. I'm going.
Very good. Rory, very much sit down. To be honest, you could have sat down after you did the face. So let's spin the wheel again. OK, education. Who wants to go for that? Frankie's up.
The government's new education policy, apparently, is to make children stay at school till they're 18. It's just not living in the modern world, is it? 17-year-olds having to go to school. Who's going to pick their kids up from primary? The Catholic Church have got a big thing this week. They say they don't want sex education in schools because that's like giving the kids pornography, as opposed to the traditional Catholic method of educating them, of actually shagging them. Come on. Sex education at my school was a muttered warning about the janitor.
That's perfect. Frankie, sit down. Well done, you go. Covered yourself in glory there. Let's have another look at the next story. OK, ASBOs. Who wants to go in on ASBOs? It's Linda.
Yeah, I think people are a bit down on ASBOs, but you've got to remember, these are the only qualifications that some kids are going to get.
Linda, sit down. Well done. What's our next topic? OK, ID cards. Who wants to come in on that? Jeremy.
Well, these are interesting because the defenders of ID cards say, well, we already have to carry lots of ID. You need to establish your identity in order to establish your entitlement to enter certain leisure centres or to claim benefit or to establish your entitlement to enter certain buildings. But this new card will establish your entitlement to go outside. And people say, well, they were a good idea because we had them in the Second World War. But in the Second World War, it was just a piece of cardboard that said, this is Mr. Wilkins, who's not a German spy. This will be this digitised, magnetised thing that says, this is Mr. Wilkins. He may not be a German spy, but he's got a genetic heart defect. His sister's against GM crops, and he took a video late back to Blockbuster in 1997.
Jeremy, please sit down. So, it's a tie-break situation. I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. I want the two remaining players, that's Hugh and John, to give me something on that one topic. You both get a go of it, and the audience essentially decides. So, let's spin the wheel. OK, the nation's health.
Apparently, it's very important to stay healthy to have 5 portions of fruit a day. I do that. I have half a packet of Starburst. The Tories are very big on MRSA, which I found a bit surprising. I reckon most of them thought it was the way a posh man would pronounce the lead singer of the Smiths.
Just stand there, Hugh, because John is going to try to top that now.
There is absolutely no need to worry about Britain's health because, as we've all learnt, Jamie Oliver is going to save us all. And if Jamie Oliver has only taught me one thing, and he has, it's this, that an unhealthy lifestyle is like a homing pigeon. Yes, it's a lot of fun at the time, but one day it will track you down and it will kill you.
Very good. I'm going to give it to John, so John and his team are the winners. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is alternative medicine. Can I have a volunteer to talk about that? Andy.
Apparently, a lot of people trying to get into therapy at the moment, other people knocking it, saying, you know, oh, well, you should just lose your inhibitions, talk about your problems to your friends. I thought I'd try this. I talked about my problems to my friends for a whole hour. Lost my inhibitions, also lost my friends. I now tell my problems to taxi drivers. 2 advantages in this. 1, it stops the taxi driver from telling you his problems. And 2, it's amazing how much quicker you get to your bloody destination.
Well done, Andy Parsons. OK, let's spin the wheel again. And it's environment.
Didn't that used to be an advert for mints? Ryanair getting a hard time from the environmental lobby because they've launched a £7 flight to New York. Although, as always with Ryanair, it does land slightly outside New York, in Dublin. It's a pity we can't harness more natural energy, isn't it? Pity we can't harness the power of British moaning. Oh no, that moaning-powered light bulb's on the blink again. Oh no, there it is back on. Everyone complained about the floods, didn't they? I like storms. I like thunder and lightning. What I like to do during a storm is shag my girlfriend and pretend that we're taking part in the conception of the Antichrist.
Frankie Boyle, ladies and gentlemen. Now we play a round called Bake Off as Mocked Off. This game involves Ivo Graham and Ed Gamble, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel, please. And the topic is technology. Ivo.
I think our generation were a bit of a crossover generation when it came to modern technology. So, for example, I had access to computers as a teenager at my school, but not proper video games. So the video games that I played as a teenager were the ones that came free with the computers. Whew. And let me tell you what a rock and roll mid-noughties existence that was. Those long afternoons on my own spent playing Minesweeper, playing pinball, and trying to scroll down all the way to the bottom of Microsoft Excel. Not strictly a video game, but when you're lonely enough, still feels like an achievement. And I'm proud to stand here now and boast in front of you all that I've completed Excel and lived to tell the tale. I've gone where few mortals dare to tread. All the way down, all the way right. Written my name in that bottom right-hand Excel cell. I won't tell you what that cell is called, 'cause it would blow your minds. Spent a joyous moment just hovering over Control-P. Just imagining the carnage. Did I have the balls? The sheer granite testes to print off the entirety of Excel on the school paper supply. I didn't in the end, but the thought experiment was enough alone. Then in my last year, we got a games console, our first group video game, Mario Kart. If you're not familiar with it, it's the greatest video game and thing of all time. Since tried intercourse, still prefer Mario Kart. Mario Kart, we're actively encouraged to finish first. And if you do, there's no shame.
OK, that leaves us with Ed. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is relationships. Where you go.
I am in a serious relationship. That's what she makes me say. Serious. I'm in a serious relationship. This is my partner. Sounds like you're in a law firm, is what it sounds like. Serious relationship. Sounds like a disease. How's your relationship? I'm sorry to say it's serious. I'm not in a serious relationship. I'm in a silly relationship. You tell me if you think this sounds like a serious relationship. The other day, me and my girlfriend were having a discussion about the Beatles. At some point during that discussion, she forgot George Harrison's name. Now, she previously knew George Harrison's name, but her brain did something to her that all of our brains do to us now and again. It just deleted a fact for no reason. And it panics you when that happens. You think, am I going mad? Am I going senile? You go on a spiral of panic and worry, and I could see she was worried. And any good boyfriend in that situation would have told her George Harrison's name, and I am a good boyfriend. But I am a better comedian. So what I chose to do in that situation was write down every guess that she took at George Harrison's name. I have memorised them, and I'm now going to recite them to you, the good people of Mock the Week. Here we go. Guess number one. John, Paul, Ringo, John. There it is. She thought there might have been two Johns in the Beatles. Maybe the Beatles were a double John band. And as if we'd remember them in that order, we wouldn't go John, Paul, Ringo, John. We wouldn't bookend it with Johns. It would be John, John, Paul, Ringo, John, John, or Paul, Ringo and the Johns. She knew that was wrong immediately. I squawked in her face. Guess number two. John, Paul, Ringo, Joseph. Hello, Joseph. What are you doing in there? I didn't realise the Beatles were a nativity-themed band. 3 guys with 60s hairdos, 1 child with a tea towel tied to his head. Again, she knew it was wrong. I was on the floor already. Then her brain gave her a little free pass, gave her a clue, gave her the surname. Thank you, brain. John, Paul, Ringo, Tony Harrison. Oh, Tony, you're not part of this conversation. Please remove yourself from the vicinity immediately. I said, you're half right. You're half right. I promise you, her next guess was Harrison Ford. Thank you very much.
Bravo, very good. Get that round. The points go to Ed Gamble. We start with a round call. If this is the answer, what is the question on the board of 6 categories? Milton, which category would you like?
Let's have politics.
OK, politics it is. Your category is politics. The answer is over 1 million. What is the question?
Is it how many extra minutes Manchester United get to play if they're not winning?
Look at my big shiny face. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the way my forehead glow follows you around the room.
What you have to remember is that Cameron was in PR. I mean, I was 12 years old when I had a paper round. Apparently, the rumour is that David Cameron wants to make all towns in Britain triple-barrelled, like Kingston upon Thames, Berwick-on-Tweed. He wants to call it Leeds-on-Benefit. Well, his eyes are shinier and his hair's sleeker, but it's not necessarily an airbrush. It could be he's eating pedigree chum.
I mean, his coat is more glossy. Essential minerals are good. So you should see him running through a field and over a wall. It's incredible, man. He's youthful and dynamic.
But we've all been drunk at work, haven't we? I remember when I worked on an oil rig in the Mexican Gulf.
Or unlikely things to hear in a science programme.
1643. The cold air balloon is invented. But it doesn't really take off.
Milton, let's see what subject. Let's spin the wheel. The subject is family.
One of my earliest memories is seeing my mother's face through the oven window. As we played hide and seek, and she said, "You're getting warmer." My auntie Jean got a sister called Jean. Her daughter Jean just had a baby, called it Jean. They went to a nightclub to celebrate. They got to the door and the bouncer said, "Sorry." You're all wearing trainers. My grandfather, Jean, always complaining about how much things cost.
£1.50 for a cup of tea, £2.25 for 3 custard creams.
I said, "Look, Grandad, you just popped round. I didn't invite you." My other grandfather, he was always going on about how in the old days people could leave their back doors open, which is probably why his submarine sank. My other grandfather, when he died, we didn't even get the chance to say goodbye, which was all the more poignant because he drowned in a bowl of Cheerios. I used to own a Toyota years ago, and I remember once I was driving along eating a marshmallow, and all of a sudden my airbag deployed. And in that moment, I thought I'd become really, really small.
Carlsberg. Don't do liver transplants. But if they did...
Well, you can tell that Beckham thinks something is wrong, because if you look at the picture, he's going, "Aye." There's an A coming out of his mouth.
Aye.
This game involves Milton, Andy and Diane, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. Without kicking the shit out of the set.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck off the face.
Well, that's a minute of the DVD sorted out.
Hey, that moment seemed a bit too hot for TV, yeah.
So, talk me through it again, Mrs. Hopkins. You were having Sunday dinner, and you said to your husband, "Will you carve?" And he just lay down on the floor and gave birth to a baby cow. A word about registers. Most of the staff are on one. Is it the gap between this word... No, it's not. Doing it. Dear Deirdre, I am a control freak. What should I do? I'll tell you what I should do.
Yes, the answer I was looking for was Fox scandal rocks Conservatives. This is the news that Defence Secretary Liam Fox has been forced to explain his conduct following allegations that his working relationship with best friend and former flatmate Adam Werrity broke the ministerial code.
Wouldn't it be great if all of this had come to light because someone would be going through Fox's bins? All he's done is take a friend to work, and that's not actually a crime, is it, Mr. Truffles? What's that? Do you want to say hello to the boys and girls? No, I'm depressed.
Do you know why...
What Cameron should do is get a great big black hat and the sleep mask he got on the plane, and he stand up in front of the G20 and said, "I will lead you out of economic austerity, for I am... borrow." I found out my bank were fixing the loan rate. I went down there every single day and shouted at them, but then I consolidated all my anger into one monthly outburst.
Things you wouldn't hear on a political discussion show.
Sorry, did I interrupt you? Is it if you saw Pythagoras in concert, Name one of the old numbers he might try and do.
Transport is the topic.
So I've got my own private jet. The rest of the jacuzzi belongs to my mum. If you've got a sat-nav, don't put the name of the company you're visiting into it. I tried to take some mayonnaise back the other day. I ended up in Helmand Province. I mean, I've got a car, but there's nothing I like better than making a bonfire on the passenger seat. Driving up and down, opening and shutting the electric sunroof and pretending to be a steam train. My uncle, he was a taxi driver, but then one day he left home without any indication. So recently, I was fell walking in the Lake District. Well, that's not quite true. Recently, I fell walking in the Lake District. I was going to tell someone, but the pillar box was full of sugar puffs. The worst job I ever had was forensic pathologist for the United Nations. And I remember uncovering the mass grave of 1,000 snowmen. Fortunately, it turned out to be a field full of carrots.
What's great about it? But it's like Milton, every so often, it's like this hilarious granddad that just wakes up.
The next round is called Headliners. Here's a typical picture of humble football star Cristiano Ronaldo. But what does RISC stand for?
Is it really? I signed contract.
Is it referees immediately sense cheating?
Is it risky investment, Spanish club?
Is it Ronaldo's irremovable shoe conundrum?
Rich, ignorant, spoilt crybaby.
Is it Ronaldo? Is it Ronaldo is secret creationist? He doesn't believe in evolution after playing with Wayne Rooney for 2 years.
Is it Ronaldo invites sex crime?
It's a new show by the makers of Wife Swap. Every week, Ronaldo invites a sex crime.
This week. Hola. Bienvenidos a Sex Crime. Can we possibly veer towards...
The S is for slavery, isn't it?
The S is for slavery, yes.
Ronaldo in slavery... conundrum.
Contract.
Controversy!
Controversy!
It doesn't count if he says half the words.
Yes, the answer I was looking for was Ronaldo in slavery controversy. The Manchester United winger is keen on a move to Real Madrid and backed the words of FIFA President Sepp Blatter, who likened the football transfer system to modern slavery.
Talking of slavery, do you reckon when the Egyptian slaves were building pyramids, some of them were going, this is a disgrace, being treated like footballers?
It is a very distasteful remark to make when these men are being traded for millions of pounds to compare it to slavery.
The thing is, we're saying, what, Ronaldo doesn't have a sense of perspective?
Yeah.
Since early childhood, he has been praised and rewarded ludicrously for having very well-coordinated feet. Of course he's not got a sense of perspective. We're lucky he's not killed someone very skillfully with his feet. There's no point us saying we know what it's like to be Ronaldo. We have no idea what it's like to be Ronaldo. Drinking smart cocktails that teach you capoeira, having sex with beautiful android women. If we had to live Ronaldo's life for 5 minutes, we would shit our brains out of our eyes.
It's a very moving cry for understanding for Ronaldo.
If footballers can be treated as slaves, Max Mosley must be thinking, I got the wrong sport. Don't you think?
Football's just distraction. Distract you from the real world, distract you from the war. Instead, they should replace football with just a guy bringing out a big bunch of keys and going, look at the shiny, shiny. No. We've cancelled the football season. Look at the shiny, shiny.
It would particularly work if you brought out Jangle the Keys and then there were loads of internet sites about, I wonder what keys they'll have next year. The first subject is unlikely things to hear on a news programme.
As I report from my 6th day here in war-torn Syria, I think the lesson learned is that I should never have called my producer a wanker.
According to statistics, the French economy is now the weakest growing of all the economies in Europe.
Sport now. All Manchester United fans, please look away.
You've reached Al Jazeera News, which means you're only 20 channels away from actually finding porn.
Here, you'll never guess who's dead.
Just time now to see what the papers say.
We will now attempt to talk to the survivors of the cliff fall. You all right, mate?
After the fire in the aromatherapy candle factory, the situation is now calm.
And now over to our foreign correspondent. Do you speak English?
Now it's time for the news near you.
Hello!
There are human remains on the blood-stained streets and the despair in the eyes of everyone you meet. Rob Beckett for BBC News, Magaluf.
There continues to be heavy shelling here. Ramesh Ranganathan at the peanut factory.
Now it's over to our toys and games correspondent, Natasha Kaplunksky.
And eventually the sun will go supernova, the earth will become dark and frozen, and everyone will die. That was the long-range weather forecast.
To my right, in my peripheral vision, Andy Parsons is showing us his penis. More on that as it unfolds.
We go over now to our vegan correspondent. I'm terribly sorry. He appears to have gone strawberry.
And David Cameron has delivered on all his promises to the Scottish people.
Just time for a quick look at tomorrow's papers. So the Times and the Telegraph lead with industrial strife, and in the Sun we can see that Caroline from Dagenham has got a terrific pair of norks.
This is where we test our performers' stand-up skills. We spin our news generator. It settles on a topic and anyone can volunteer jokes about the chosen subject. The winners are the people I judge to produce the funniest stuff. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First subject is sleep. Edbert.
Does anyone here sleep with someone who snores? Yes? Well, I envy you, because I lie awake next to someone who snores. My wife snores terribly, and part of what keeps me awake is lying there going, how do you sleep through this? I can't sleep through it, I'm only next to it. The noise is inside your head. And how come you can sleep through that? But the sound of me making a sandwich in our kitchen, that wakes you up. There is no way me making a sandwich makes more noise than you're making right now. She snores so... She said the cutest thing to me one time, though. She says, do I not sound like a kitten purring? Bless. No. You sound like a cat drowning in porridge. If I had a kitten made that noise, I'd put it down. Apparently she had her nose broken a couple of times when she was a kid. Didn't teach her, she's still bleeding snoring.
Thank you very much, Ed. OK, let's spin the wheel again. Subject is health. Andy Parsons.
With flu jabs now, what they do, don't they, is they put a little bit of flu into you to help you combat the flu. I was thinking by that argument, surely you should be able to have the odd cake to help you fight obesity. Because let's face it, you can do too much exercise, can't you? You know, did you see Madonna's arms? They didn't look right, did they? It's like half human, half Terminator. Of course, that's the problem when you're always picking up small African children going, no, no, no.
Thank you very much, Andy. OK, the leads are Russell and Jack. Let's spin the wheel. The next subject is television. Who wants to come into that? Jack.
I get very frustrated with pretty much everything on television. I find adverts at the moment particularly annoying, like the banking adverts, because they're trying to portray bankers as being nice people. Like, they've got this one at the moment for, like, a mobile bank that travels around the country, and you walk in and there's your friendly local bank manager acting like a hairdresser, like, nattering away. You know, you walk up to the till, it's like, oh, how was your holiday? I went camping. Oh, why did you go camping? Because you lost all of my money! Decided the only option I've got is just to not watch TV at all, because everything annoys me. And I've got quite a lot of people that pressure me into doing that as well. Like my dad, he's quite old-fashioned. He's always saying, you don't need to watch television. You should do other things, better things, more edifying things. Don't watch TV, Jack. You should read. Read the great novels. They're entertaining, they're educational. Even read the Bible. The Bible is engrossing. It's enthralling. The stories of Jesus, they're encapsulating, they're invigorating. I'm like, no, Dad. If I wanted to be entertained by 12 people sat round a table trying to impress some bearded Jewish know-it-all that thinks he's some kind of deity, I will watch The Apprentice.
Thank you very much, Jack Whitehall. OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. That's fitness.
Could have been camel toes. Now, I was in the gym the other day. I was in a locker room, and a 5-year-old boy ran in and jumped into a locker. Now, sometimes you know you're just going to have an incident, right? You could hear him in there giggling, and you knew what he was going to do. He was going to jump out and scare his mates, because his mates appeared seconds later, like, where's Stephen gone? Where's Stephen? He was there a minute ago. This is most irregular. And he waited, not for his mates, but for 3 huge naked men. It was fantastic. They were kind of walking past, and this little kid leapt at those men like a cat with rabies. It was incredible, right? Just from nowhere, the noise they made, I've never heard a noise like it. They sounded like a tugboat getting molested. It was like, His long-suffering dad is in the showers, obviously heard this and went, that'll be my bloody boy! Ran back, confronted this glowing hellbeast and went, Stephen, what have I told you about acting up in public? And this little kid cut his dad down with one very simple sentence. Dad, your willy's moving? You're just there going, oh, the world is a better place.
Thank you very much, Russell. At the end of that round, the points go to Ed and Jack. Here we go. The first subject is Kids, who wants to come in on that?
Ah, sweet.
Ebra.
Sorted. Know about this now. Ah, yes, kids. I became a dad 9 months ago. And I haven't let it change my life completely. In that, well, the one thing I'm worried about is I don't want to be one of those people who prefaces a statement with the phrase, speaking as a parent. Speaking as a parent. Gather round, everyone. He's speaking as a parent now. Quick, come in. No, bring in the people from the other room. He's speaking as a parent. No, he was only speaking as an arsehole before. Now he's speaking as a parent. Yes, oh, sage one, speak. Tell us your wisdom. Impart your knowledge. Speaking as a parent. Doesn't it make you want to stab them as a maniac? Because the thing is, you read the books. There's loads of books you can buy on being a parent. That's why, there's millions of books, in fact. That's why I get really annoyed when people use that excuse for their bad parenting. They always come, oh, well, you know, kids, they don't come with an instruction manual, do they? No. You have to buy one. They're like £7. But with the books, the one thing the books warned me about, it hasn't turned out to be a problem. Books warn me that sometimes the man can become jealous of the affection the woman gives the child. I've not had... The only issue I've had in that direction is that when I burp, I get frowned at, and when he does it, he gets a round of applause. That's not fair. So why is his wind so much more important and exciting than mine? My wife has spent anything up to an hour trying to get wind out of him. Will she pull my finger? No, she will not.
We play a round called Trumpty Dumpty Sat in the Wall. This game involves Angela and Hal. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round's a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. This first subject is growing old. Who wants to come in on that? Angela.
No, I recently turned 40, and I want to reassure anyone younger, turning 40 is really easy. My friend turned 40 recently. She made a bucket list, right? She said to me, you're going to make a bucket list. And I said, do you know what I hear when I hear bucket list? I hear admin. They're always so ambitious, aren't they? It's like, oh, I want to go to the Taj Mahal, I want to swim with dolphins. The only thing I could think of that I genuinely would want to put on my bucket list is that one day, I'd like to put half a packet of biscuits back in a cupboard. But getting old, growing old in this country looks scary, and it's looking scarier and scarier. You know, by the time I get to old age, there won't be care homes anymore, will there? It'll just be an OAP rescue centre. So be like Battersea Dog Zone. This idealistic young couple will come in, they'll get shown around. This is Maud, she likes knitting, gardening, casual racism. Why don't you take her home? That's what it'll be. So we have to worry about these things. We do, because we're all living longer, aren't we? There's so many 100-year-olds in this country now, the Queen's had to get a Moonpig account to keep up. This is my plan for old age. If I get there, right, if I get to my 80s, I am going to spend every single day doing Class A hardcore drugs. Why wouldn't you? Well, you don't have to get up in the morning, do you? Right? You'll never have trouble finding a vein. I'll tell you something, you might not be able to afford to heat your bungalow, but I bet you can afford to heat a teaspoon, then you won't give a shit how cold you are. No-brainer, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Angela Barnes. The first topic is travel. Who wants to come in on that? Chris?
I don't know what's happening. It's all different on the telly. I take public transport quite a lot doing this job. I'm not a fan. I don't really like being in public, walking around. It's nothing... I don't get normal things in public when I'm walking along. I don't get normal interactions. I don't get, excuse me, sir, what time is it? Excuse me, where's the train station? I get, like, do you like leaves? Like... I could write a book on it, right? Another thing is, as a northerner, people said to me before I came to London to do work and stuff, people said, oh, the tube. Oh, the tube's awful, no one talks. No one talks. Good. That's brilliant. brilliant. I don't want nutters on public transport telling us what they've had for their breakfast, right? I want to be left alone. You know, in the Tube, if you've never been on the Tube, come to London just to go on the Tube. It's an incredible experience. No one's literally silence. It's amazing. Someone could just burst into flames on the Tube, and all you'd get is one man looking up from a Kindle going, prick. So you'd get, even the person who was in flames would just be quietly going, excuse me, can I just squeeze past? I'm very sorry. I don't mean to cause a fuss, but I'm in zone 8 and my oyster card's melting. I'm very sorry.
Come on, Chris, well done. OK, that leaves us with Rob. Let's see what you've got. Let's spin the wheel again. And the subject is class. Stuck with it? You're stuck with it?
Yeah, I'm working class. If you're not sure, there's a little test you can do to see if you're working class or not. You're normally working class if your television is bigger than your bookcase. That's how it works. Like, in my mum's house, big 50-inch plasma on the wall, little Billy bookcase from IKEA next to it. DVDs on it normally. That's how it works. The thing is that my girlfriend's very middle class. That's a problem. She used to be upper class, but we're together now. Her sister has got a boyfriend, right, called Rupert. Rupert. That's in the name. I'm not having a go. It's a decent name. I just never thought I'd meet one. Do you know what I mean? I was in the pub with him. Rupert, do you want another Malbec? What's happened to me? And the thing is, though, like, when they go around their house, right, they like, in my house, growing up, Saturday night, you'd have dinner on your lap watching You've Been Framed, right? Bit of a chavvy way to have your dinner. That's what we used to do. You go around their house, you sit in the conservatory, you have wine, talk about politics, right? And I started thinking, oh, this is how you should do it, innit? This is how you should do dinner. Then after about 10 minutes, I realised I haven't got an opinion and I'd quite like to see a dog fall in a puddle.
Well done. Well done to both of you. Points for both of you. Come on back. Well done. Lovely stuff. Come on. Unlikely things to hear in hospital.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hunt wing.
Of course the influence of private companies hasn't affected the NHS. Just ask my colleague, Dr. Pepper.
And your cancer specialist today is Noel Edmonds.
Don't worry, Mr. Thomas, you won't be on that trolley in the corridor for much longer. We're taking it back to Tesco to get our pound back.
I'm afraid we're going to have to pull the plug because it's wedged really high up there.
He's gone into cardiac arrest. Get the defibrillator. The defibrillator. The defibrillator. Oh, it's too late. He's dead.
Yeah, no, I spoke to the person from NHS 111 and they were just really helpful.
The good news is your father is comfortable. In fact, I've been sitting on him all morning.
OK, let's call the time of death at 4:15. He's not dead yet, but it's a Friday, and if we leave now, we can beat the traffic.
For goodness sake, Mr. Wallace, please take your penis out of there. That's not what organ donor means.
This is the discussion group for people who've broken bones. Welcome to Snapchat.
Now we're going to need to put you to sleep, so I've got 2 tickets to see Dara O'Brien live in Belgium.
Is this admissions? Good, because I got one. I shagged your wife.
The good news is we're ready to take you into theatre. The bad news is it's a theatre in Brussels.
OK, we need to shock him. Stick your finger up his arse.
We've given your wife gas and air. And by that, I mean I farted and the nurse opened a window.
$25 in a row. What is the question?
How many green bottles are standing on Charles Kennedy's windowsill?
Is it you've just been picked up whilst hitchhiking? What's the last thing you want to hear the truck driver chuckle as he nods towards the 24 empty rucksacks in the back?
Is it how many times has Dara O'Brien cracked one off on Blue Peter?
It was unfair to draw her into a political battle. I was not going to have a session with the woman or something.
Can a man not form an unnatural attachment to someone they've never met on the television without it resorting to masturbation jokes? He's just made a little shrine.
I've not made any little shrine. And can I point out, stop writing Dara fancies Connie on a piece of paper. I think she's twice been unfairly dragged into political discussions that are not of her doing, and that's what I'm defending here.
Is it for how many years has the UK finished bottom of the Eurovision Song Contest?
Is it how many times has...
We won it in 1997, happen to know.
Did we?
So, that shoots you down, my friend.
Would you like to sing us that song, David?
Well, I would, but unfortunately a court order says I mustn't.
It was Katrina and the Waves, actually.
Is it how many times does Victoria Beckham throw up during lunch?
Is it how many letters are there after A?
Is it Cliff Richard has had 25 top 10 hits? How many were shit?
Is it how many researchers from GMTV won phoning competitions last year?
They're just very good on those questions. I'm going to steer you towards the correct answer. It is an education issue.
Is it to do with GCSEs?
It is to do... No, actually, no, it's through A-levels, actually.
OK. The results are getting better every year, and they have been for the past 25 years.
That's exactly right. Well done, Russell. Our next topic is unlikely things to hear on a breakfast show.
If the woman I picked up last night is watching, help yourself to cereal, but get out of the flat by the time I get home.
And now it's time for Thought for the Day. That was a good one.
You're listening to Six Music. Yes, you. Just you.
Welcome to Travel Report. We've got a text here from Dave on the M5 who says, ha ha ha, every morning you leave for work, I pop round and shag your wife.
So if you're trying to get in via Junction 2, stop it. It's against nature, and the Bible says no.
Next, we speak to Fern Britton about having her stomach stapled, this time to an enormous chocolate cake.
In other traffic news, if you're on the M11 headed towards Middlesbrough, I would turn around because it's a shithole.
Hello, I'm doing a survey into the effects of replacing milk on your Weetabix with Red Bull!
And we can see there's been an accident northbound on the M1, and it is a beauty.
Welcome to Radio Tourette's, you shit monkeys.
You may think of it as a breakfast show. I had mine at 4:30.
Later, Vanessa Feltz will be joining me on the settee, and I'll be bouncing through the fucking ceiling.
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Frankie, Hugh and Jack. Now we play a round called Set Your Phasers to Fun. This game involves Hal and Gary, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First subject is building. Who wants to come in on that? Hal Crutton.
Building freaks me out a bit. Well, builders intimidate me, because I've had builders come to work at my house and they work for like 2 days, then go away for a week. And you end up making that phone call to them, and it makes me feel like a little kid whose parents have split up and the dad's being really crap. It's the same conversation. You just go, you said you'd come on Saturday. You said you'd be here on Saturday. I'm really sorry, mate. I've been really busy. I can make it Tuesday. Do you promise you'll come on Tuesday? Can we go to the park? I love you. They intimidate me. I've had a builder come and give me a quote on a problem in my house and make it worse right in front of my face. Literally, feel my wall, go, yeah, feel that damp, mate, that's chronic, that's soaking wet, yeah? All round there, that's soaking wet, yeah? I put a little knife in, yeah? Watch it crumble. Look at the plaster fall away from your wall. Look at the size of that hole in your wall. That hole wasn't there when you arrived. It's massive, isn't it, mate? It's massive. No other job does that. No other job diagnoses a problem by making it worse, do they? Nobody. You know, doctors don't go, I think you've got brittle bones, mate, I do, and then stamp on your leg, do they? See that, mate? Your leg was like a twig, yeah? I think you got a dodgy heart as well. Boom! See, you're having a heart attack, you see? I actually tried to help this builder finish our kitchen, and he just stopped and went, mate, and I kind of jumped because I'd been momentarily transfixed by the beauty of the bubble and the spirit level. He just stopped. He said, seriously, mate, leave it. You don't know what you're doing. I'll finish it off. And that night I had a dream that I was making love to my wife. And he walked in and said, seriously, mate, leave it. You don't know what you're doing. I'll finish it off.
Thank you very much, Hal Crutton. OK, it's Gary now, so let's see what topic you've got, Gary. Let's spin the wheel. Topic is childhood.
As a child, I was made to walk the plank. We couldn't afford a dog. My 6-year-old refuses to eat anything other than alphabeti spaghetti. Luckily, he's dyslexic, so I just buy him normal spaghetti. Seems to work. Dad, these are all L's. Yeah, it's Welsh. I bought him some medicine for his ADHD. On the side of the bottle, it said concentrate. I thought, if he could do that... I bought a really nice 12-year-old scotch. Obviously, his parents weren't pleased. I hate people who complain about breastfeeding in public. Like, I don't want to see it, or that's disgusting, or you can't do that, you're not a woman. And that's not a baby. As kids, we always enjoyed dipping ginger nuts into a steaming hot cup of tea, but of course nowadays that's called bullying. I shouldn't do that, by the way. Ginger jokes are the last vestiges of racism in comedy, and they started a ginger pride movement to stamp that shit out. They had a march in Hyde Park. Well, they were going to when the sun came out. Nan always said that when she was young, she never had to worry about leaving her back door open. What a slag. I'm totally going to get in trouble with the family again. This is really not worth it. You got to look after your health as you get older. The other day I did a poo and noticed there was a little blood in it. I said, "Oi, bruv, get out my toilet, innit?" Thank you.
Well done, Guy Delaney. Well done, both of you. Points for both of you. Come on back. What has been compared this week to a bad pub quiz?
Is it not the week?
Yeah. That is the least of the things that's been said about
It's
this.
the UK, it's the UK citizenship test.
It is a citizenship test, yes.
Isn't part of the problem? The questions are too trivial, they said, right? But I think they should just ask them like real British questions, like for example, what scares you more, terrorism or snow? Snow? Welcome to the country.
I'll give you some examples of the question, right? Just so you get the idea of what stuff is being asked. And the problem is, you cherry pick any of these, you can make it all seem ridiculous. But they're quizzes, stuff like this. Which of the following statements is correct? The Mousetrap is a play that's been running in London's West End since 1952, or it's an environmental policy aimed to prevent mice from destroying crops. I like the way that it's like an ad for the Mousetrap, which it needs, you know. Other questions, which sport can be traced back to 15th century Scotland? Surfing, Formula 1, golf, or motorbike racing? These are the actual questions. These are actual questions off the test.
But this isn't like a bad pub quiz. This is like one of those quizzes at the end of before the break on ITV.
It's very, very difficult, though, isn't it? Because you've got to decide what to do with immigration. Everybody's got their different views on it. And the thing is that you have to make sure that people are going to fit in. And I heard this fantastic conversation with this bloke this week who went, what I should do is I should just ask one question, right? I should say, should there be immigration? And if they say no, you should let them in.
Well, they should be great if midway through the test it would stop and go, OK, you've got Welsh citizenship.
Do you want to...
It's difficult, though, isn't it? For English citizenship, you should simply go, can you make this sound?
I think all they need is, rather than a test, they should give them more that crib sheet they give to Indian call centre workers. You know, hello, this is Tony. No, it's not Tony. What's the weather there like, Tony? Rainy. Yes. We've been found out. We've been found out. Shut it down. Shut it down. Move to Lahore. Move to Lahore. Open up again. Commercials that never made it to air.
Mr. Muscle loves the jobs you hate, apart from blowjobs. He doesn't do blowjobs.
I used to wash with Dove, but the feathers came off and the beak was scratching.
Pepperami. It's a bit of an animal. I'm guessing the anus.
4 hoof marks and a large pile of poo. That's the sign of the black horse.
Megabus, the only bus company endorsed by Dara O'Brien.
Links for when you want to smell like a virgin.
Are your pets so wonderful that they're actually tiring you out? Have a break. Have a shit cat.
Tesco penis extensions. Because every little helps.
At Debenhams, we've kidnapped the John Lewis penguin. And if you don't shop with us, we'll kill him.
Egg collects foot shavings like a bastard.
Abby has strong teeth, boundless energy and a shiny coat. She's the best prostitute in London.
Barocca, start the day the right way with luminous piss.
There's now a free gift at the bottom of every box of Frosties. Type 2 diabetes.
Uncle Tom's rice, like Uncle Ben's, but a bit more racist.
Crack-flavoured Pringles. Once you pop, you really can't stop.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Ah, bad luck!
The EU put tariffs on snuff, which is really going to annoy any 19th century aristocrats.
I love snuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I popped some before. Give me a bit of courage to do this show.
No, James, you did cocaine.
The boy who sold it to me told me it was snuff.
The small Dickensian boy who sold it. Hello, Governor.
Yeah.
Try this snuff, my man. I've got a turkey and I've got some snuff.
He said he was a Dickensian crack boy.
I presume that was some sort of chimney thing.
Having a crisis. The fly's gone up Angela's nose.
Yeah, okay, that's also cocaine, right? Would you all on this side stop euphemistically doing cocaine?
How are you guys talking about cocaine when we've got the two who are dressed like Scarface over here?
I like Ed's little dead boy shirt he's got on with the little ghosty faces.
They're little... I've worn this in tribute because this is what Dara's going to look like when he's a ghost.
Yes, I will. When I pass away, I revert to my Mexican state.
You can imagine you hovering over all of our beds when you've passed away.
Unlikely lines from the grave. Step up to the mic.
Scenes you never thought you'd see.
Or you can't get rid of me now, Brian Cox.
Brian.
Science can't explain this, Brian.
What good is your physics now? Yes, the answer I was looking for was Gove announces exam changes. This is the news that Education Secretary Michael Gove has announced a new English baccalaureate certificate to replace GCSEs. From 2015, students will work towards a demanding 3-hour exam at the end of a 2-year course rather than the current combination of coursework, modular exams and multiple retakes.
He's even invented an exam that thicker kids won't be able to pronounce. It's the back of what? The back of what? The back. Oh, give me a shovel, I'll go down to mine.
I think the idea is if you're academic, then you get a baccalaureate, and otherwise they teach you practical skills like how to baccalaureate.
The Tories have assured us that under this system no child will be left behind, but how can we take Tory promises that no child will be left behind seriously when their leader's David Cameron?
Do you know what the abbreviation is?
It's called
EBC.
EBAC.
It's called the EBAC.
EBAC, which is when Yorkshire people make payment over the internet.
I thought that was something from Star Wars, isn't that?
Yes, it was. Do you know who hated the
I bet you
EBACs?
can't do the impression.
Skywalker! Your EBACs will not qualify you to run the Empire. Nah!
There's been a lot of debate over, whether grades have been devalued, and I was discussing that recently with my nephew, Professor Timmy.
So, hang on, sorry, because it's one of these things that I genuinely am always perplexed about, coming from a different country as I have, with my spices and my silks. to your nation. And there's so many great things about it, except your exams, which are mad. And not that the education, by the way, is great. I'm not saying anything about the education people get here, it's fantastic. But the exams are mad.
There are people who, when confronted with an exam paper, just go to pieces completely and forget how to count, and I think it's very unfair that they are marking the papers.
There are people who just shouldn't be taking exams. My friend Carl was at sixth form college with a girl who got her A-level results, and when she pulled out the piece of paper, the 3 letters telling her what her future would be, she went, that spells none.
People make an awful lot about the pressure that kids are under, and I suppose they are, but speaking as an ex-teacher, that when it comes to exam time, there's far worse pressure on the teachers, because you have to spend sometimes 4 or 5 hours in those halls just walking up and down, and it's a recipe for insanity. I had no choice when I was teaching but to invent a game called Compile. It was just to see who could walk up and down the aisle the campest. We started off just sort of slightly mincing. Honestly, by the end of it, I was walking down a full aisle of children like this. And I knew it was time for me to leave teaching when I got to the end of one aisle, genuinely. During an actual GCSE, a kid looked up at me and went...
So were you essentially voguing your way?
I'm not exaggerating. By the end of it, I was like...
The thing is, they want to make the exams harder, don't they? You know, but surely they're hard enough already if your teacher is walking up and down, helping it up.
Oh, no, I'm still qualified, technically. We'll have to cut this bit out.
Really? Is that your safety net?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Do you think anybody, having seen you in In-Betweeners, anybody who's ever going to
Well, you've always got to trade. What is the problem with it?
I did a gig at the University of Central England, which is in Birmingham. That's what they're trying to hide from you. And as an opening line, I said, UCE! So called because that's the grades it takes to get in. But I had to explain it to them.
I'll tell you, I was in an exam when I was at school. My mate, at the back of the hall went... we were all waiting to leave. Someone at the back of the hall went... Meow. And Mr. Mearden, the exam invigilator, went... And then someone else went... Meow. And then... Meow. From different parts of the hall, and it led to my favourite sentence I've ever heard come out of an adult's mouth, which was, all right, no one leaves until the meowing stops.
At the end of that round, the points go to Chris, Hugh and Gary. Now we play a round called English Jokes for English People. This game involves Ramesh and Milton, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is education. Who wants to go on that? Ramesh.
Well, as a vegan... I wanted to supplement my son's education, so I'm helping him to learn to read. That's one of the things that I'm doing. And helping your child to read is one of the most magical and rewarding things that you can do as a parent, on day one. After that, it's one of the most frustrating, annoying, I'd rather punch myself in the face repeatedly than ever do this again activity that you can ever do. And let me tell you why. They do not care about making sense. Right? They'll just read all the easy words. When they get to one they don't know, instead of trying, they'll just look at the picture and just throw something random into the sentence without any regard for what effect that has on what they're saying. And I'm supposed to not get angry. I'm supposed to not get angry when my son goes, Jack went strawberry? How could that be what it said? How could it be Jack went strawberry? What are you talking about? What would that even look like? How could that be what it said? Tell me. I tell you what, you think that's what it said, you go strawberry now. Go on. No, go strawberry. That's what you think it said. Stop crying, go strawberry. Go strawberry. Why don't you do it? Go kiwi then, I don't give a shit. You're not doing it, are you? I tell you why not, because it doesn't make any bloody sense. My wife thinks I'm overreacting.
Thank you very much, Robert. OK, that leaves us with Milton. So let's see what you've been at for Milton. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is family.
My uncle, he was a cruel man. He knew we lived in a bungalow, yet every year for Christmas, we always got a slinky. It's a miracle my sister's getting married. I went to the printers to get the invites, and he said, well, what typeface? I went... She seems to like him. My grandfather, during the war, he broke the Enigma code machine. Then he went AWOL. Well, it's not quite true. Then he became an owl. My grandmother, she's been talking about downsizing, and now she's in a little urn. My other grandmother, she was a children's writer. You may have seen her book, Jack Goes Strawberry. I haven't always been popular with my family as a vegan. That doesn't normally work. Recently, my family all clubbed together and got me a voucher for a clinic in Switzerland. Thank you.
Hey, well done. Point that to Mr. Jones. Come on back in. Now we play a round called You Went to NATO, I Went to NATO. This game involves Tom and Reese. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and whoever it chooses to stop one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, let's spin the wheel. And the first subject is the environment. Who wants to come in that? Reese.
We've got to do more, haven't we? We all know it's a big issue, the environment. We've got to do more stuff, but they're expecting too much from us too soon. OK, it's baby steps. Like, I know that I need to switch to a plant-based diet, really, but it's baby steps. Like, recently, I've given up chicken nuggets, all right? Might not seem like a big deal, OK, but I've gone nugless. That's what I decided. 3 months ago, I saw the first climate march. I was like, yeah, no more nuggets, right? And I'm smashing it. It's been 3 months, not had a single nugget. I'm doing so well. Slight confession, I'm eating a lot of goujons. Like, twice as many... And they've got way more real chicken in as well. It's awful for the planet. It's a terrible mistake. I thought we'd solved it with the bags. When we switched to charging 10p for the bag, I thought that was the end of the issue. I thought we'd done it. But it's not enough of a deterrent, is it, 10p, when you're at the checkout and you haven't remembered your canvas bag, and they go, do you want a bag for 10p? Like, well, what's the alternative? I just eat all this now. Yeah. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, cauliflower, mustard and Dettol. Yes. I need a bag, please. Costa are the same. Costa, they'll give you 10p off your coffee if you're taking a reusable cup, right? Because they're like, oh, we're Costa, we care about the environment. No, you don't, mate. If you care about the environment, Costa, why are your receipts the size of a duvet? Get grit. But it is handy having that 10p, because you can take that 10p and spend it on a plastic bag in Sainsbury's. So it is ideal. No, but I think I know why middle-aged people don't like Greta Thunberg, right? And it's because she makes their kids look shit. Brag about your kids with her on the scene. This is parents in the playground stuff now, isn't it? With their parents just going, oh, yeah, oh, is your son Jamie? He's made the football team, has he? Oh, well done. My daughter is the face of the campaign to rescue this planet from the jaws of oblivion. But, good luck with a little kickabout, Jamie. Off you go. Oh, your son, Lucas, he's made his grade 4 cello, has he? Oh, well done. Yeah, my daughter is the reason he might live to see grade 5.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, Reese. OK, that leaves Tom. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And it's travel.
Travel, OK, fine. Well, I travel from over there. One of my favourite travel experiences was at secondary school when we went on the school music trip to France. And to get on the school music trip to France, you had to be part of the choir. I was in the choir, and it basically meant you got to hang out with all the other 13-year-old homosexuals who didn't yet realise they were homosexuals and their chatty female friends. And it was a great place to go and learn how to play a show tune on the flute. Not a euphemism. And this was back in the day when it didn't matter where you were going with the school. If you went on any school trip, you had to go by coach. Like, if you go to Australia, you go by coach. This was supposed to be a 5-day trip to France. We spent 2 days on the coach getting there and 2 days getting back. It was basically a day in France. So, on this trip, you really had to make the best of the coach trip. And for me, my favourite bit was when we got to stop off at the French hypermarket. So I thought that would be a great place for me to show off how much better I am than everybody else, because I'd actually been paying attention in French. So I went over to the patisserie and I said to the man there, "Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît." And according to the French classes, the man behind the counter should have responded by saying, "Oui." Il y a un croissant ici, which, when you think about it, is basically the equivalent of someone coming over here and saying, "Hello, I'd like to buy a pasty, please." And then the man behind the counter responding by saying, "Yes!" There is a pasty here. I'm not even mentioning that it's part of a meal deal. So I said, "Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît." And then the man behind the counter responded in normal French by going, blah, 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 blah. I had no idea what he was saying. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, my friend Kevin was no help. The only French he spoke was the French horn, which is a euphemism. I mean, I say they teach us how to speak French. Most of the time, they teach us how to sing it. I mean, I could have stood there and gone, "Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire?" But the idea of a 13-year-old English homosexual standing in the middle of a French hypermarket going, "What is the date of your birthday? What is the date of your birthday?" Couldn't be any more absurd. So I just responded by saying, "Oui, oui, d'accord, d'accord." Ended up with 8 kilograms of ham.
Thank you very, very much. Points there at the top. This is just a picture of Prime Minister David Cameron pictured last year visiting a farm. However, he is now at the centre of allegations, including drug-taking and debauchery with a pig during his years at Oxford University. The claims are made by former Conservative Party Treasurer Lord Ashcroft in a new biography serialised in the Daily Mail this week. The PM spokeswoman said she did not see the need to dignify the book by offering any comment, and other sources close to Cameron later dismissed the pig allegations as nonsense and not true. So that's settled with it. We need never mention it again.
They said they don't recognise the allegations. They didn't say they don't recognise the pig.
That pig is not his type because it's alive.
Yeah. So that's the point about it was a dead pig.
Yeah, that's the point.
If you've got a dead pig, some people, don't they? They put an apple in its mouth. What's wrong if you had a couple of plums as well?
Of course, it was the head of a dead pig in this story. Of course it was. Of course it was. Of course. Anything else would be bizarre.
Yeah, and it's an etiquette minefield at these posh do's, isn't it? Because you never know, when do you use the little knife? Is that my side plate? Is that the correct glass for white wine? Is now an appropriate time to place my cock in a pig's head? It's just... it's an etiquette minefield.
I just tend to dip it in everything once, just on the off chance. And get it right. Around the table.
It was actually when this story broke, wasn't it? He was meeting the Danish PM.
It's the most beautiful. It is so incredible.
What is Denmark famous for? I mean, we called him the Danish PM, but presumably there's every chance Cameron just calls him an escort agency boss.
people have done things in college, and I think in some ways you've got to have that amount of sympathy because we've all, you know, possibly done things in college that shouldn't be investigated. Maybe not a university here, maybe one in another country. But let's not look into things. Let's not investigate stuff that may have happened back in the mists of time, you know. So people died. It was a terrible night. But, you know, we've all moved on, haven't we? Haven't we? Yeah, good.
There is apparently photographic evidence of the event, which made me wonder, terrible, was the pig wearing a GoPro?
That photo was before digital cameras. Who took that film to Snappy Snaps? Imagine it. Yeah, there's one photo on there, the one with the pig. Can I get that on a mouse mat as well?
Do you think what's going to turn up is a jigsaw with one piece missing in the jigsaw? No, we lost it in the house move. How did this incredible, life-affirming story emerge?
Well, it's revenge, isn't it? It's this guy, Lord Ashcroft, who was treasurer of the Tory party. He worked for the Tory party for 10 years, and he was promised a job in the cabinet, and then when David Cameron got into power, he offered him a junior whip's job in the Foreign Office.
And he went bananas.
He went bananas.
Absolutely bananas. And he's done all this. He acts like it's not, but it is. It's a classic example of revenge being a dish that's best served cold, like prosciutto.
When they leaked, when the Daily Mail had this story, I didn't know that there's a dailymail.com, which is the American version. So I'd never been on the website before, so I typed it into the internet. And their headline, because they've got no interest in this in America, was John Hamm wins an Emmy. And I thought, is that the pig? God, his career's gone from strength to strength.
Well, yeah, the pig got an Emmy for faking it.
I had a really good analogy for this, because I think it's really, really terrifying, isn't it? These voiceless people seem to be having, and very vulnerable people, having their benefits cut. And the trouble with Tories is they tell you that they kind of sell this idea that it's these people's fault. And so this is my analogy. So I don't know if you know this, but girls, when they're in the toilets, some girls hover because they think that public toilets are disgusting.
What, off the floor?
No. Yes! It's amazing. We can do that.
You are amazing!
But we only do it in secret or you'll love us too much. So the girls hover above the toilet seats and then they wee, and then that means that what they do is they kind of spray a fine mist all over the toilet seat, which means that if you're a trusting person who doesn't think that toilets are disgusting, you just sit down and then you're covered with somebody else's urine and you have to take it off. And actually the point is, if no one ever hovered, everyone could sit on toilets. It would be fine for everyone. It's just like the Tories. You see?
It's a hell of an analogy. That is... I think we can all get behind that as a political slogan if nobody ever hovered.
I don't know whether I like girls more or less after that.
I'm just glad that I'm not the only one who hovers.
The next topic is teaching. Who wants to come in on that? Greg.
I was a teacher for many, many years, ladies and gentlemen, and I knew the day I had to leave teaching, it was simple because a very clear sign was given to me that I should leave the profession by a child, because a child walked into my lesson 20 minutes late. I was a very strict teacher. I was livid, yeah? I was almost as mad as if that child had been running in the school corridor, right? I thought, I am having this little bastard. I am having this. So I gave him my most ruthless teacher stare when he walked in, something like... Maybe not that sexually aggressive. It wasn't. That would work. That would work, though, wouldn't it? They wouldn't be late again then, would they? Oh, dear. Where have you been? No, it wasn't right. I was furious. I went, hooray!
really? Oh, really? And I could see that child didn't give a shit, right? And I thought, no, this is the end of my teaching career. And I went, where have you been? And he went, yeah, sorry, sir. I went, really? Are you? Well, where the hell have you been for 20 minutes? And I promise you, that child looked me in the face, went, yeah, sorry, sir, I've been living La Vida Loca. What can you say to that? I said, fair enough, sit down. Anyone who quotes Ricky Martin at me, ladies and gentlemen, is a friend for life.
Well done, Greg. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear on a news programme.
And the markets are as followed. £3 a loose banana there, £3 a juicy straw.
Well, he went in half an hour ago and he still hasn't come out, so I can only assume he's having a very big poo.
Sad news now. Wally has been found. His funeral's next week. No one knows where, but that's what he would have wanted.
As I stand here in this village where the water is ridden with disease and human faeces, we have to ask ourselves one question. Why did I choose to wear flip-flops?
Sorry, I just wanted to check something. I'm standing just a stone's throw from where the meeting is taking place.
With thousands dead, there looks like no end to the bloodshed. I've been Holly Walsh for the BBC, reporting from Midsummer.
Welcome to Fox News. The bastards have been through the bins again and shit on the drive.
And the Italian wing of Heinz Soup has been put into administroni.
I'm on the scene where the search continues for the beloved pantomime star. What's that? He's where?
The fighting here has been drawn out and bloody, but I have finally got my microphone back from that bastard at Sky News.
We cross live now to the King's Road, where Jose Mourinho has no trousers or pants on and is telling the pigeons it's the referee's fault.
And we've got Barry Chuckle on the scene of the crime. Barry, to you.
It's not good news. I've just been talking to the American ambassador and I said to him, surely now Osama bin Laden has gone from terrorist to martyr. He said, we say tomato.
Is there sexism at the BBC? Let's ask Sally Johnson, who's our lovely smiles and pretty cakes correspondent.
This is the first time I have reported from the Pamplona Bull Run. Fucking hell!
Unlikely things to hear in hospital.
I'm afraid we've lost him, but in my defence, Dr. Dre is just a stage name.
Right. I'm afraid you have had a stroke, so can you now take your hand out of my trousers?
The good news is I can save your leg. The bad news is I can't save the rest of you.
His heart stop. Quick, get the defibrillator. Oh, sorry, he's dead.
Look, who's the doctor here, me or you? Seriously, I've been awake for so long, I can't even tell anymore.
OK, I think we should remove the mole. How did it get up there?
Welcome to Ashford Hospital. Why not join me in playing Pregnant or Fat?
Now, students, we know the operation has been a failure because we heard a buzzing and his nose lit up.
Welcome to the cardiology unit.
No, you've got to leave this afternoon, Mrs. Smith. We need your bed. I'm shagging a nurse in it at 4 o'clock.
Your husband is in a stable condition. His room's filthy and there's horse shit everywhere.
You could look at it that way, or you could think of it as gaining a hook.
To him, that's my former husband. Well, because you asked me to bring in my ex, Ray.
I'm afraid we're a bit short of time today. Do you mind if we pull the sheet over you now?
I'm sorry, we're all full up at A&E. We're going to have to send you to B&Q.
You'll just feel a small prick, and then I'll pull my trousers up and won't bother you again.
Now, what seems to be the Fucking hell!
OK, boy, it's been a Chris Hugh in the house! The next subject is technology. Josh.
I'll take that. People say technology is moving forwards, but I'm not sure about this. I'm increasingly finding myself at these cash points where they can't even be bothered to make the buttons line up with the screen. There is no stress in the world like that. So they're going, please, God, let this be 20 quid. If this is 40 quid, I might as well just kill myself. Worse, if it's one of the cash points where you go up and the screen is angled so the sun is on it. You go for 20 quid, you leave with a new PIN number and a chequebook in the post. I want to cancel, I don't want to clear, I don't know which. What's the difference? You get your card back, trying to put it back in, people going, piss off, mate, it's not winner stays on. I'm already stressed as well when I'm at a cash point, because I've already had to stand there for 10 seconds, unable to put my card in, because it's still thanking the guy that's already pissed off. Who is hanging around for that? Okay, I've got my card, I've got my cash, hold on, guys. It's been an absolute bloody pleasure doing business with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Josh. Well done. The first subject is holidays. Who wants to come in on that? Josh.
Not very good holidays, as it turns out. I bought a tent to go camping recently. I don't know if I've not done this before. I bought a 2-room tent. And then you get it home, and it turns out the 2 rooms they give you from your house are the bedroom and the porch. I'll show you. If I was going to take 2 rooms from my house on holiday with me, very low on the list would be the porch. I would choose the bedroom and the bathroom. So not camping. Never have I woken up at 4 a.m. and thought, I need to get to a porch. If I don't get to a porch, there is going to be an accident. If there was no porch on your tent, you wouldn't have an issue. You wouldn't get your tent out and go, oh, my God, no porch. Or where am I going to put my hat stand? I've got a yellow pages and 84 pieces of junk mail. I need a porch on these things. I never went on good holidays when I was a child. My dad was one of those people that was afraid of flying. He'd go, it's not natural, is it? Because if we were going to fly, we'd have wings. It's for birds, it's not for humans. But that's a terrible argument, isn't it? Because that's what technology is for. Helping you do things you couldn't do otherwise. If you give him a bottle of wine, he doesn't go, well, I'm not opening that because I don't have a curly finger.
The first subject is catering. Anyone's coming in that? Josh.
I My favourite place to eat is the breakfast buffet in a hotel. Because at a breakfast buffet, I will eat absolutely everything. That's the rule, isn't it? At home, I will have cereal or toast for breakfast. At a breakfast buffet, I am having cereal and toast as my starter. In combinations you would never consider at home. Coming back and what have I got? Well, 8 hash browns, topped with some Dutch cheese, actually. Then I have 4 pain au chocolat, 6 croissants, some segments of a fruit I've never heard of, and 12 of the smallest orange juices you have ever seen in your life. I eat so much at breakfast buffet, I'm so tired, I have to go back to bed. And then sleep through to my next breakfast buffet. I'll be mixing the cereals, going crunchy nut cornflakes with shreddies. Who do I think I am, Heston Blumenthal? You've got to do it, don't you? It's like when you're in Nando's, they give you the plastic glass to pour your own drink. I think, well, I'll be an idiot not to make myself a spranter in this situation, wouldn't I? What am I having? Having a Sprocofola, actually, yeah, all of it. What did it taste like? Utter shit, absolutely terrible.
And the first subject is identity. Who wants to come in with that? Josh.
I had to sign for a parcel recently. That's got a lot more difficult, hasn't it? It used to be simple, didn't it, when you get a pen and a piece of card. Now you're given this kind of digital screen and plastic stick. And all you can do is some kind of zigzag up and down line. That bears no relation to any signature that has ever existed ever. Is that your signature? No! It's like the mark of Zorro. Is anyone checking this at the post office going, I've got bad news? Zorro is back. And he's signing for every parcel in the United Kingdom. I struggle filling in these forms, but I filled in the census last year. My favourite question was on the final page. There was a question that said, please fill in the details of anyone that doesn't live with you but stayed over on the night of March the 23rd. That's going to be very awkward if you've just had a one-night stand, isn't it? Just good morning, a few questions. What is your occupation? What do I want to know? Well, I'm telling the government, actually, yeah. It's not the kind of thing you just drop in, just go, morning, do you take sugar in your tea? Also, would you describe yourself as Caucasian?
And next subject is charity. Who wants to go with this? Joshua Whittaker.
Charity work doesn't always go well. I had a situation when I was 10 and my school was raising money for the local church roof, because it's always the church roof. I don't know what the problem is with church roofs. It's like they're spending the money elsewhere. You're going, yeah, well, the roof's ruined, but we've just installed a hot tub, so come and praise the Lord in there, yeah? We all had to do different things, and me and my best friend Thomas decided what we were going to do. We were going to walk the 3 miles to our nearest market town wearing Wellington boots full of custard, right? We thought this would be good. And it would have been good, but for one small issue, which was when preparing the custard for the Wellington boot, my mum didn't think that we might want it served at a lower temperature. And you would serve it on an apple crumble. I tell you now, there are a few things in your life more terrifying than looking at your Wellington boots and seeing them steaming like the entrance to stars in their eyes. I'm not putting my foot in there, that's boiling hot. Mum said, isn't that the challenge? No, that is not the challenge. Don't know if you ever put your foot in a Wellington boot of boiling hot custard. A few of you might have. What is it? It's similar to a hot bath. With a hot bath, it goes something like this. It goes... that is too hot. With a Wellington boot of boiling hot custard, more like this. That is too hot. And suctioned on. It's like a medieval torture devised by the Chuckle Brothers. Yeah, and this is doubly humiliating because I've had to go in 3 times to break the skin on the custard.
The next subject is parties. Who wants to come in with that? Josh Whittaker.
Looks like an exciting party, doesn't it? I got invited recently to a thing called a traffic lights party. I don't know if you've been invited to one of these. What it is, if you haven't been, it's a party for single people, and it is the bleakest thing humanity has ever done. It's a party where you go wearing the colour of a traffic light, depending on your availability to sleep with a stranger. So you wear red if you're not available, orange if it's a maybe, and green if you have absolutely no self-respect at all. I didn't go because I'm a driver, I know how traffic lights work, I know how that party's going to end. It's going to end with one girl stood in green, and then a queue of men with me at the back, slowly pushing forward, going, please be still green when I get there. Please be still green when I get there. Also, I'm a driver. I've driven with people. When they see orange, they'll just go, well, that's essentially green if I go out fast enough, isn't it? Who is wearing red to a traffic light party? If you're wearing red, you do not need to go to a traffic light party. What are your other options? Turning up at A&E and going, no, I'm fine, I just want to watch the carnage of others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. Well done, Josh. The topic is the home. Josh Whittaker.
My flatmate is kind of filling our kitchen full of all the kind of pointless things my mum has in her home now. I don't know if you've got... We've just got this tea bag saucer, the saucer for tea bags. It's a very useful item. If you haven't got it, what it is, it's a saucer that you keep halfway between your kettle and your bin. And it's basically for when you make a cup of tea and then you get the tea bag, look across at the bin and go... I mean, that's a journey, isn't it? I mean, that's 3 or 4 yards. I mean, I need a stop-off. That's like driving to Leeds. I could die of tiredness. Then you walk halfway, put your tea bag down, go back, pick up your cup of tea and walk past the bin and out the kitchen. All we've done is create a kind of tea bag death row. That's all we've done. We've got our tea bag sauce on our breakfast bar. If you haven't got a breakfast bar, what it is, it's an extra yard of sideboard. And it's for eating your breakfast. It's when you wake up in the morning, you want to eat your breakfast, but you think, bloody hell, it's too early for a table, isn't it? I mean, I can't handle one of them until lunchtime. I mean, what I want is something slightly higher and less comfortable. That's what I'm looking for here. There's one thing I don't want to eat at 8 a.m. It's a bar. That is the reason I feel so shit in the first place.
First topic is childhood. Who wants to come in on that? Josh.
I grew up in a small village in Devon, which was as fun as it sounds. Very little happened. To give you an idea, the most exciting thing that happened in my village was when I was 7, for a brief period, there was a bull in a field. And I was terrified of this bull. I used to walk past my dad and go, oh, don't worry about that. He's more scared of you than you are of him. And I used to think, no, he isn't, mate. Bonfire night was the worst, though, because the build-up to bonfire night was just warnings about the way it was going to go wrong. They go, oh, bonfire night's coming up. You're either going to get burnt with a sparkler or hit with a firework. My favourite was on Blue Peter every year. They'd have the same warning that applied to no one in Britain. Every year they go, oh, bonfire night's coming up, and if you do own a pet tortoise... Well, and they go, if you do own a pet tortoise and it's hibernating in a box, do be careful to not absent-mindedly throw that box onto the fire. I don't know how unlikely that scenario is. So I know no one who owns a pet tortoise. Secondly, how unruly is your bonfire night? You go, yeah, just chuck everything on, yeah. Yeah, Guy Fawkes with their shit, show him what I think of him. Go into my houses, get my boxes, don't look in them, throw them on the fire. I don't care that the contents is snoring, throw it on, I told you. 2 months later, you walk around your house going, where the hell is Sheldon? The warnings that were wrong, the warning on sparklers, it'll burn your hands, that happened to no one. The warning on sparklers should be, if you're planning using a sparkler, do be aware you will do the same 3 shapes you did every other year. Zigzags, circles. Go on then, I'll write my own name, that is it every year. We used to have those home fireworks displays when they'd be terrifying. Most people were interested in health and safety. My dad didn't bother with that. He'd just go, well, you know, we've got 6 fireworks, the cat's got 9 lives, we're going to be fine. We'd be firing off fireworks towards the village like we declared war, and then the whole thing would climax with a Catherine wheel nailed to a gate failing to go off. My dad creeping up on it, us going, Dad, you're not meant to go back to a lit firework. Him going, don't worry about that, it's more scared of me than I am of it, it'll be fine.
Thank you very much, Josh Whittaker. The first subject is food. Who wants to come in on that? Josh.
I'm not a fan of people that are pretentious about food, the kind of people that pretend they like dark chocolate. And by that, I mean anyone that claims to like dark chocolate, because no one actually likes dark chocolate. No one's eating normal nice milk chocolate going, well, this is good, but I wish it tasted a bit more like paracetamol. All this pretentious. I went into a cafe for breakfast the other day. One of the things they sold on the menu, toasted bread. That is called toast. What are my other options? Flaked corn topped with the juice of a milked cow? don't know what people want from food. I was walking along the street the other day, a van went past, on it said, Waitrose, do you like your bananas green? And I thought, no. No, I'm not a huge fan of diarrhoea, no. I don't like my bananas green for the same reason I don't like my chicken Kiev's dangerously underdone. But now you go into Waitrose, all they have got is green bananas. You go, am I the only person that's ever bought a banana because they want to eat the banana? Someone else go, oh, I think I'll fancy a banana in about 7 days. Better go out and buy one now. Can you come out tonight, Steve? No, I've checked my diary, I'm eating a banana. And all they do is sell them in bunches, so basically what I've got is no bananas for 7 days, followed instantly by far too many bananas all at the same time.
The first subject is weather. Who wants to come in that? Josh.
My parents live in Devon, where they had these storms earlier this year. I got a very strange text off my mum just before the storms. She said, Josh, just so you know, the storms are on their way, so I've put the wheelie bin in the shed. Not sure what I'm meant to do with this information. I wasn't going, oh, thank God for that, I've been worrying. That's not what you do before a storm. Go, should we get the kids inside? No, 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 get the wheelie bin in the shed, mate. Take another month to order one of them from the council. I'm watching the news going, terrible storms hit Britain, 14 wheelie bins are missing. I mean, I couldn't care less. I live 250 miles away. How strong are these storms that I need to watch out for the bin? The people I feel sorry for during the storms are the on-the-spot reporters. They are people that know their bosses do not value them at all, are they? They are people who've got to work and the boss has gone, have you heard there's a terrible storm on the way? Do you think I should go home? Better than that, mate. I'm sending you down to the edge of the sea. Where you're going to interview a man whose umbrella is inside out. People I don't like are the people that complain during the storms. People complain their flights were cancelled. I wouldn't complain if my flight was cancelled during the storms. I'd complain if I got to the airport and my flight was the only one that wasn't cancelled. If you got to the airport and they went, EasyJet, flight E4597 is going to have a go for it.
And it's crime. Away you go.
So, I, had my cheese grater stolen. I got burgled, not for the cheese grater. When you get burgled, everyone says the same thing to you. Everyone says, oh, tell you what the worst thing about being burgled is. It's knowing that a stranger's been through your things. You go, no. It's not the worst thing about being burgled, is knowing a stranger has my things. If they had just been browsing, I wouldn't have given a shit. Offer me 2 options. 1, come home, my laptop is gone. Or 2, come home, find a stranger in my room going, well, I like this T-shirt, but, have you got it in a large? I phoned my dad and said I've been burgled. He said, we know why you've been burgled and we haven't. It's because we're in the neighbourhood watch. I said, no, it isn't. It's because you live in Devon. A small village in the middle of nothing, but mile upon mile of moorland. I mean, no one's going to burgle you because whatever they took, it wouldn't cover their petrol money. From what I can tell, the only proactive thing the neighbourhood watch does is once a month they have a meeting. All that does, it tells burglars for 1 night out of every 30. All houses are empty and unwatched. There's this paranoia about crime back in Devon, where I'm from. Went back recently, went into the local co-op, and it's a tiny co-op in a tiny village. But I went up to desk, and there was a sign that said, did you know we now do legal advice? And obviously my first reaction was, no. And to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised you did Sugar Puff, so... Why is the co-op now doing legal advice? Just too many people coming in going, I'll have 10 silk cut, a Viennetta, and I've killed a man.
The first subject is technology. Who wants to come in that? Josh.
I don't want to brag, but I've got a new debit card, so... Yeah, I know, I've one of the old touchy downy... If you haven't got one of these, you have not lived, my friends. Oh, my God, never did you feel so smug in your life. When they go, how would you like to pay? Just have, mate, see you later. What am I off? The future. Thing is, you get used to it. You can't go back. You're going somewhere now. Well, they haven't got the technology. Do you want to just put in your PIN number? Are you kidding me? You expect me to stand here for 4 seconds pushing buttons? What is this, a Victorian workhouse? No, I'm sorry, Marks and Spencers, no. I'll be getting my Percy Pigs elsewhere in future. The worst is when you think they have the touchdown technology, but they haven't. You look like you've never used a debit card before in your life. How do you like to pay? You're just going... Are you having a breakdown? I don't like it when they've got the terminal and they have to ask for your permission. Do you mind if I just... Yeah, couldn't give a shit, mate. Just... What? Yeah, just in case he goes, do you mind if I just... Yeah, £4,000 unlucky, my friend. Enjoy your Sprite. It's the opposite of the other one I don't like, which is when the waiter makes too much of not looking at your PIN number. Hey, if you'd just like to put in your PIN number. Well, I wasn't suspicious of you until now.
This round is called Prime Minister's Questions. For the purpose of this game, I'll be the Speaker of the House of Commons. Rory, you're going to take on the role of Tony Blair. David and Joe, you're his Labour front bench colleagues. Hugh, you'll be a Conservative leader with your front bench, which is, of course, Frankie and John. You'll be taking a small story but treating it as if it's the heavyweight issue of the week. To start, I'd like to ask the Prime Minister for the government's reaction to the news that farmers have launched a campaign to get the term couch potato removed from the Oxford English Dictionary. They say the phrase makes the vegetable seem unhealthy and is bad for its image. Prime Minister?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, the House will wish to be informed of the campaign by the British Potato Council to have the words couch potato...
I say potato.
You may say potato, but we say potato.
Well, you know... Well, in which case, let's call the whole thing off.
Thank you. Can I congratulate the Prime Minister on his treatment of the word couch potato? My colleagues and I believe that the phrase couch potato, along with others such as sofa turnip and armchair carrot, are nothing less than an incitement to vegetable hatred.
Well, I think, you know, I would accept those comments, but I would also, if I might, point out that the removal of words from the dictionary is actually not a new phenomenon. I myself have removed the word socialism. The words trade union have also been removed, and last time I looked in the dictionary to find the words weapons of mass destruction, I couldn't find them.
Aren't there other words that it would be better for farmers to take out of the dictionary? Words such as over-subsidised and sheep-shaggers.
And talking of over-subsidised, what is the government going to do about the enormous number of French fries which may appear in this country, along with Swedes and sprouts from Brussels?
We actually believe that genetically modified crops are the way forward for the potato. We say, new Labour, new potatoes.
We agree. We believe it would be a very good idea to combine the genes of a King Edward with that of a Premiership footballer to get a potato that roasts itself. Along with a bean combined with the genes of a suicide bomber to produce a runner bean that tops and tails itself.
The party opposite can trade potato puns as long as they like, but when the chips are down, we won the election and they lost.
Can I suggest you're simply being pea-brained?
I take it you're an expert in the field?
I certainly have ploughed that particular furrow yet.
You see, I mean, this is... Yeah, oh yeah. Huh?
I can't think that you've gone to seed.
No. All right. You know, I tell you, I look at the party opposite, and what do I see? I see 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4.
What will the party opposite do about the disputed territory of Kashmir?
We will launch a Spud missile.
These ideas are half-baked.
That's enough. And the winner of that round is Hugh. We start with a round called If This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Zoe, which category would you like?
Politics, please.
OK, your category is politics. The answer is 50%. What is the question?
What is the name of 50 Cent's mathematician brother?
Is it what does Heather Mills save on IMAC?
What is the most you'll have to pay for a sofa at DFS?
What is a bad answer to the phrase, how much do you love me?
Is it the percentage of Ant and Dec that is forehead?
Is it you're a 19-year-old Glaswegian male, how much of your life is left?
Is it if I entered an orgy covered in Marmite, what would be my success rate? But to be honest,
I always find that when people say, oh, I'm a Marmite kind of person, people either love me or hate me. They're always people that everybody hates.
Is it how much of Silvio Berlusconi is made of oil?
Is it what percentage of the population, rather than a TV debate, would like to see Cameron and Brown have a cage fight?
I would love to see that.
So would I.
Yeah. Who would win that?
I would imagine Brown.
Yeah,
He's got moves.
He's also got that dislocatable jaw.
Yeah, he can actually swallow your whole.
He could swallow you.
He can actually take your jaw down.
Imagine that. Wouldn't that be incredible? If Cameron ran towards him.
Cameron's legs flapping.
Is it what was the proportion of cats that died during the making of my ill-fated television pilot, Cat versus Bleach?
It would be 100%, surely.
Do we have an answer that we can do?
I think it's what percentage of the top jobs in the Labour Party does Harriet Harman think should be filled by women?
You're absolutely right. Very good. Well done, Hugh. Thank you very much. Yes, the question I was looking for was, according to Harriet Harman, what proportion of the top 2 posts in the Labour Party should be allocated to Harriet Harman? Or more generally, women. This is the news. The Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, Harriet Harman, said that either her post or the job of leader should always be occupied by a woman because, in her words, men cannot be left to run things on their own. Her actual words.
Listen to that applause. Did you hear that? Bingo wings in the corner.
I mean, you know, there is something about representation of women at the high levels of government, but that actual quote does make it seem like every time she left the room, it would turn into a chimp's tea party. Sorry, and she'd come back in and they go, oh, sorry.
It's true, though, isn't it, that women are underrepresented in the top echelons of politics. I know, in Italy, for example, there are lots of women in the top jobs. You can be... Berlusconi will put you in the cabinet in Italy at the age of 19. If you're good enough. So you can see where it's coming from.
Harriet Harman's an incredible figure, isn't she? You know that Harriet Harman, when she first came to my attention, she wrote a book about the history of feminism, which she dedicated to her husband. She's mistaking sexism with people hating her.
She's always saying stupid things, isn't she? She said she is Radio 2 to Gordon Brown's Radio 4. And you're thinking, well, she's not Radio 2. Radio 2 is the most popular radio station in this country. If she's anything, she's Isle of Wight FM on a Sunday morning at 3 o'clock in January when the transmission mast is broken.
Some are watching is there is the guy who does the 3 o'clock in the morning slot. Why am I the shorthand for crap?
Wouldn't it be great if he looks exactly like Harriet Harman as well?
I know their female politicians always have an element of freakishness, don't they? She's a bit of a freak. Hazel Blears looks like Gianfranco Zola humped an Oompa Loompa. And Margaret Beckett looks like a face trapped in a haunted mirror.
They were holding it in Northern Ireland, weren't they? And I suppose one of the advantages of holding it in Northern Ireland is if they do have any anti-G8 protesters, people in Northern Ireland are just going to laugh at them, aren't they? You know, call that a protest. We'll show you a protest.
It's good for the protesters themselves, because I would imagine Northern Ireland is one of the best places to find a cheap second-hand balaclava.
I did a tour last year and I was talking about the riots in London, and there was a point where I would go, "Did you see the riots?" to the audience, you know, and Northern Ireland, in Derry, they went, "Riots? My hole." Like a genuine civic pride in how much better their riots were than the riots. One bloke shouted, "That was a shopping trip." And the reason I brought up always is because there's one thing when it comes to riots, and this may have been like in their mind. There's one thing that they have in Northern Ireland that the rest of the UK don't have when it comes to riots. Do you know what it is?
A loyalty card?
No. Hello, John. Hello. Yeah, back again.
Looting you again.
Yeah.
A genuine grievance?
No, a piece of equipment. It's actually the UK's, but they're all stored in Northern Ireland.
It's water cannons.
It's water cannons.
They could make those friendlier by popping a Barocca in.
Hang on, if you put a Barocca into a water cannon...
Just get friendly foam. It'd be like a disco. Everyone would love it.
So it'll be orange. It might be a bit antagonistic.
Yeah. All of the UK's water cannons are stored in Northern Ireland. The funny thing is, if you ask that in Northern... Everyone in Northern Ireland knows that. If you ask, hey, why were there no water cannons at the London riots? Everyone in Northern Ireland knows what. But if you ask in, say, Northampton, why were there no water cannons at the London riots? The genuine first answer was hosepipe ban. As if they didn't use it in case middle-class people pretended to riot to get their... Oh, come on, I'm rioting! Yeah. I'm rioting near the begonias. I'm rioting here. Our next round is called Newsreel. We play in a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and ask you to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features the Prince of Wales.
Good God, it's Margaret Beckett, isn't it? From the First Labour government. Do you know, I'm beginning to wonder how recent this footage actually is. Oh, only a train in a box. That's odd. Mummy normally gives me a Twix and a lump of organic cheese. Still, never mind. Stick that on eBay. This sir will be your driver, Dave. Hello, Dave. I love you. So you drive this, do you? Yes, I bet you've got a tale or two to tell. Yeah, well, actually, it has been hairy a couple of times. I bet it has. Yes. Do you know, I quite fancy doing your job. Yes, and I quite fancy doing your job. Well, that's not going to fucking happen, is it? Can I have a go? No, I'm afraid it's against regulations. Is it? Is it? Now, Dave, think very carefully. Yes, I think that's the right answer. Nobody wants to be force-fed organic biscuits. Anyway, let's have some fun. This is an impression. This is the British economy. It's going backwards. Yes, I'm here all week. Don't worry, I understand about trains. Now, tell me, Dave, can this go sideways? Backwards and forward. It's backwards and forward. Why don't we just concentrate on driving the train? So just push the lever forward if you could. It's a lever, is it? I thought it was an enormous licorice allsort. What do? Just push it forward, do I? Oh, yes, look, we're going. Well, this is a piece of piste. I'm stealing a living. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, my arm's stuck. I think... Hang on, Dave, my arm's locked. David, my arm... Dave, my arm... I can't stop. My arm's locked. His arm's locked. My arm's locked. I can't... Oh, my God, where are the brakes? Where are the brakes? We're out of control. I can't stop it. Got you there, didn't I, Dave?
Well done, you did us. Okay, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is drinking. Who wants to come in on that? Tess.
Hi, give me a chief, you like a drink? Cool, I don't drink, because I'm not an infidel. But the reason I bring you up is because last summer I got invited to a stag do, and that stag do was in Benidorm. Thing is, the whole time I was in Benidorm, because I genuinely don't drink, I was a bit like, you know that guy who goes to Alton Towers, but he just holds the bags and the coats when everyone else goes on the rides? That's what it felt like for me in Benidorm. But genuinely, I've never touched a single drop of alcohol in my life. And, well, tell a lie. There might have been this one time in Benidorm. So I'm out with the lads. It's a stag do. I'm stagging it, textbook, just having a great time. And I came back to our table, and there's glasses on there filled with clear liquid. I picked up quite innocently what I thought was my lemonade. Took a sip of it, spat it back out, turned out to be vodka and lemonade. And I'd never drunk before, so the vodka, it really burnt my mouth. And I felt awful because I'd just broken one of the major rules in my religion for the very first time. Hashtag a big deal. At that moment, I just took a step back and honestly, genuinely, hand on heart, just really, really wished that I hadn't smoked so much weed before I left the hotel. Mum, if you're watching this, weed is street slang for Basil.
Thank you very much, Ben. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is communication. Where you go?
Recently, I've joined up the group Eavesdroppers Anonymous. Not that they know. I wouldn't like to burgle my house. Oh, no. Well, it would be pointless, wouldn't it? Stealing things I already own. Missiles! Missiles! They don't even sound accurate. If your name is Andre, don't end your texts with a kiss. As early as 1724, Sir Tim Montague had the idea for the post-it note, but he'd nothing to write it down on. So if you're at a party and you spill some red wine on a white carpet, best thing to do is to get some ordinary table salt, throw it in the face of the host, and make a run for it. Annoying, isn't it? When you go shopping, you buy something, you get it home, and then you see the sticker, buy one and get one free. And you think, I could have got another shoe.
Thank you very much. Point to the end and go to Tez. Well done. Everyone comes back. Our next round is called This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. James, which category would you like?
I would like sport, please, Dara.
OK, sport it is. The answer is 8 out of 10. What is the question?
How many buzzcocks have got news for you?
Is it how many Tory MPs are currently trying to delete their WhatsApp photo messages as we speak?
It's a sport question. Is it how many of the hairs on Wayne Rooney's head started on his arse?
Is it?
I think that's where they get them, isn't it? Didn't you have that done?
Yes, is it? I haven't had it done. No, I haven't had that done.
I didn't say no. I didn't say you would have it done. I didn't look at you as though you had it done.
Clean shaven would my arse be if this is me after the transplant?
You might have had it done the other way.
You think I got my it's lovely now. Very comfortable now. Yeah. Shall we move on?
Here's one that 4 people will get. In the unaired finale of Star Trek Voyager, who did 7 of 9 marry?
Is it how many people watched Emma Watson's speech for the wrong reasons?
Is it how many people in my hip-hop dance troupe are not twins?
Are you one of the twins?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Is it, if you asked Kanye West to name 10 people he admires, how many people would be Kanye West?
Is it how many Strictly celebrities are having affairs with their dance partners?
What are my rough chances of happiness every time I dip into a bag of Revels?
Coffee, is it? Coffee
I don't like the coffee. I'm not fond of the orange.
Do you not like the orange?
Don't like the coffee at all, and I'm not fond of the orange.
Yeah.
Do not push me on this. I swear to God, I will take your fucking eye out. Sorry.
Ed! I've said this before. Let it go in the Revels. All right. Ed, just buy a bag of minstrels, Ed. I've said it to you constantly.
How many of the answers in this round won't be broadcast?
Yeah. Now, Ed, does anyone try to answer the question?
So I think this is actually how many times Europe have beaten America in the Ryder Cup.
Very good. Thank you very much, Sarah. That's fantastic, yeah.
Really good, thanks, man.